Daniel Ricciardo is one of the best drivers on the grid, good enough that people wonder if he'll ever win a championship like his fellow compatriots Jack Brabham and Alan Jones accomplished too. Daniel started his career in karting, like the majority of the drivers in motorsport. His open wheel debut came in 2005, driving the Western Australian Championship Formula Ford. The following year, he raced in the Asian Championship Formula BMW, getting his first ever wins and finishing third overall. At the end of the season, he was also accepted into the Red Bull Junior program. He also raced in the Formula Renault 2.0 Western Euro Cup, where he finished second behind Valtteri Bottas. Also in 2008, he debuted in Formula 3 cars in the Formula 3 Euro Series at the Nürburgring. In 2009, he raced in the British Formula 3 Championship with Carlin and won the championship. The next year, he raced in Formula Renault 3.5, where he finished second after a very close battle against Michael Allison for the championship. After that, he had proven himself he was worthy of an F1 seat. In 2011, Daniel became a reserve driver for Toro Rosso and drove in free practice for the first 8 races until Silverstone, where he left to drive as a main driver for HRT, replacing Narayan Karthikeyan, except in India, where he replaced Vitantonio Luisi. The season was nothing too special. He was driving for HRT after all, but in 2012 he was promoted back to Toro Rosso, this time as a main driver, lining up alongside Jean-Eric Vergne. Ricciardo had a great start to the season, getting his first ever points in Formula 1, finishing 9th at his home Grand Prix at Melbourne. He ended up the season classified 18th with 10 points. In 2013 he drove with Toro Rosso again and managed to get 14th overall with 20 points. For the new V6 era in 2014, Daniel made the step up from Toro Rosso to Red Bull, partnering up with world champion Sebastian Vettel. He finished second at his home race but was then disqualified. Otherwise, his first year at Red Bull went great and he finished third in the standings while also getting his first ever Formula 1 win in Canada and managed to finish ahead of Sebastian Vettel overall. 2015 wasn't a great season for Daniel and Red Bull. They finished 4th in the Constructors' Championship, while Daniel finished 8th behind his teammate Danny Kvyat. In 2016, he finished 3rd again, winning in Malaysia. The season also saw Ricciardo do the shoey for the first time after finishing on the podium at the German Grand Prix. The next season he finished 5th, winning once in Azerbaijan. 2018 was his final season for Red Bull, where he won twice and finished 6th overall, getting beaten by his teammate Max Verstappen by nearly 80 points. In 2019 he started a new chapter in his F1 career at Renault, partnering up with Nico Hülkenberg, replacing Carlos Sainz who had left for McLaren. The season went okay, finishing 9th overall and 5th with Renault in the Constructors. But 2020 was a completely different story.
In 2020, Daniel Ricciardo managed to get 2 podiums, one at the Eiffel GP at the Nürburgring and one at Imola. He finished 5th in the driver standings, well ahead of his teammate Esteban Ocon. Now, Ricciardo is moving to McLaren next year, driving alongside Lando Norris, which forms a perfect comedian duo by the way. You may have noticed the title of this video. Has Daniel Ricciardo lost his chance at a championship? And we ask the same question, even though Daniel drove for Red Bull, a top car, but still couldn't challenge for the title, even in 2014 and 2016, where he came 3rd in the standings. He was still far away from the Mercedes. There used to be rumours of him joining Ferrari, especially this year in 2020, but the man joining Ferrari ended up being Carlos Sainz. Also, the fact that he's getting older is making it less likely, but there is one hope, his move to McLaren in 2021. As you may know, a while ago it was announced McLaren is going to use Mercedes engines for the 2021 season. McLaren have also had massive, and I mean massive, improvement in the span of only 2 years. With Ferrari losing a significant amount of pace, McLaren took 3rd in the Constructors this season, as well as 2 podiums and a total of 202 points in the Constructors' Championship. Everyone has high hopes for McLaren for the 2021 season, but how will it go? Guess we'll have to find out once the season starts. To sum up the video, will Daniel Ricciardo win a World Drivers' Championship or has he lost his chance? The short answer is, we don't know. Not yet, at least. But hopefully his move to McLaren can increase his chances. Are you new to the channel? Well, so are we, and we could really use some feedback and suggestions as to what you would like to see next. Make sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any new content from Camber F1.